Today I'm on the Big Sur Coast meeting up with Chef John Cox. He's the artist at work behind the scenes at the Post Ranch Inn's award-winning restaurant, Sierra Mar. Here, it's farm to table and sea to table.
One of my main goals in coming back to Sierra Mar was creating a menu and a cuisine that reflected Big Sur and Post Ranch Inn. Big Sur is certainly what you see in the magazine pictures and the huge coastline and the redwoods, but there's many more nuanced parts of Big Sur that you don't experience just on a casual trip through. There's cultural aspects, there's flavors, there's thousands of years of history on the Big Sur Coast that I really hope gets reflected in the menus, and that people just take away a sense of understanding and a sense of place.
Post Ranch was founded more than a century and a half ago. Today we can visit this rugged and beautiful landscape as guests of the Post Ranch Inn or lucky diners gazing out over the water from the fabulous Sierra Mar restaurant.
When guests come into the Sierra Mar dining room, I want to share that Big Sur experience with them. We have the coastline, we have the redwood forest, we have the mountains. It's really 3 or 4 very unique ecosystems within a very small environment. To really tell the story of the property and the surroundings and give people really an intimate experience with Big Sur, to share the flavors and even the sounds, the textures, the aromas of Big Sur on the menu. And part of that's breaking down the traditional expectations for fine dining and creating a new experience so that people can have something that they can take away, a memory of a meal that they can only find here on Post Ranch. There's ingredients and flavors here that you really can't find anywhere else, which makes it exciting to work with every day.
John and the rest of the folks at Post Ranch are so dedicated to bringing fresh food to their visitors, they created their own big, beautiful produce garden, complete with a busy chicken coop next door. Chef John and I surveyed the produce garden, and he explained what was in season and what fruits and vegetables were on their way. I was introduced to some feisty feathered friends, and John collected a couple of beautiful fresh eggs. We gathered up some more ingredients and headed for the kitchen. I got a tour of Sierra Mar's kitchen, and the chef and I turned our fresh ingredients into a delicious meal.
Even though cuisine isn't art per se, there's certain elements of art within cuisine. And so whether you think about it as a story that you're telling or a painting, you need to have a composed idea and elements that work together. For me, in the cuisine at Sierra Mar, we want to have balance. So if you're going to have something creamy on a plate, you should have it offset by something crunchy or something fresh. It's mixing, contrasting textures and flavors, and whether it's between courses or on a single plate, you want to give the diner a broad experience and kind of refresh the palate. So it's important to have things that complement each other but also contrast each other.
We won't soon forget the sights and sounds of this wonderful place, and of course, all the great tastes here at Post Ranch. Chef John's found the balance in pleasing his guests' palates while ensuring the land will yield many more bounties in the future. Post Ranch is definitely a must-stop location in Big Sur.